Hello everyone and welcome to Kotcyn. And I'm Dennis, and today I'm going to show you how to set up Cloudflare to boost your website's speed, reliability, and security. Now Cloudflare uses its global CDN to speed up your website. It also helps mitigate attacks from DDoS, and it provides a free SSL certificate. That's that little locked padlock in your browser. Now if this all sounds awesome to you, let's get started. First thing we need to do is go to cloudflare.com and go into login button. Once you log in, go to where it says add domain and click the blue button there. It will take us to this page where we need to go ahead and enter the domain that we want to set up for Cloudflare. In my case, it's going to be Omni Majestic. And of course, it's going to scan for DNS records associated with it. We're going to click continue. When you click the continue button, it's going to bring you to the plan page. For what we need to do, the free plan is all we need. Small, medium, small websites don't need no later. You can always scale up later. So select the free and hit continue. Now what it is Cloudflare right now is going through and searching for all the records that are associated with your DNS name. Now you see Cloudflare found my DNS records and other records for Omni Majestic. Of course, it's got my my quad A's, and my name servers. Of course, these name servers that shows to be is the one off of the register that I use, which is Namecheap. Which you could be using Port Buns, GoDaddy, or any other register. But for me, it's Namecheap. So if you forgot Namecheap, you can follow along with this. Now let's click the blue activation button, and it's going to give us 3 more steps we need to do in order to set this up. And just in case you don't know where or who is your register, it will tell you. So in the second section, if it's not turned off, make sure it's turned off. But everybody that's using Namecheap is turned off by default, so you don't have to worry about it. And then the third thing, it says that we need to replace our current name server with the Cloudflare server. Here's Cloudflare's, and here's my current one. So what I need to do is go ahead and click the copy to Cloudflare, the first one. Go to Namecheap and log in. And as you see, I'm in the dashboard. What I'm going to do is go down to Manage Account and click that. Once I click Manage Account, it'll bring me into this page where the domain name has been highlighted. Now this is where we change the domain name to name, or from Namecheap to Cloudflare. Of course, you see it said name servers is Namecheap basic DNS. What I'm going to do is hit that click or that drop down menu, and I'm going to go to custom DNS and select it. It brings me 2 empty fields up, name server 1 and name server 2. This is where you add, copy and paste the Cloudflare name server. Now I've already copied the first one, so I need to go back to get the second one. And again, when we go back to the second one, we will copy it over like this, and then we will hit that little check mark, and that will save it for at least in the Namecheap one. And once this gets saved, it will say it can take up to 48 hours to propagate, but usually 15 to 30 minutes is about normal, what I've seen, to get everything up and running. Okay, well, right now we're going to go back to Cloudflare, and you see at the bottom where it says continue, we go ahead and click it. Now it brings us back to pretty much where we left off last time. Now it says check server now. Now it's going to take a little bit before it get through and it starts protecting your site. So I'm thinking it's going to happen in just a few seconds. So we'll check again in just a few minutes. And it now say great news is protecting our site. So that's awesome that we got it all set up correctly. And there's a recommendation section here. So if you go to speed recommendation and click that, it'll bring you over to this web page about optimization. Now I enabled mine earlier, but there's a button that's here that you can click to enable all optimization or recommended one, and it'll do it. All right, when we get through with that, we need to configure one more thing. Let's go to the SSL/TLS tab and go ahead and do the drop down on that and click overview. And then when you click the overview, it will bring you into this little section. So basically we're going to be setting up our encryption. As you can tell, it's on flexible right now because it's on auto, and auto will put it based on what it thinks your website needs or the case. But we're going to configure it to at least full SSL. And what you do, you go over. You go over to this configure button, click it, and again, now we're on this site. You see, it says auto is selected. What we're gonna do, we're gonna click select on the custom SSL TSL, and you see the different sections you can do. Everything from flexible, where we're at now, and you can read up on that to full strict. I think the bare minimum what you need is full SSL. So we're gonna click that, and we're gonna click save. And now, as you can tell, we're on full SSL. So we're good on everything on that. And if you like this video, like and subscribe.